So I'm doing another cooking vlog because when I went back home to Jamaica, I gave a bunch of family and friends this and I forgot to tell them how to make it. And the instructions are in Japanese. I mean, they're pictures, but this is how I make it the way a Jamaican would like it. So this is what I usually buy. See if I can do it with one hand. It comes in a pack, and so they're cubes. They're cubes of spice curry that you put in to make a delicious meal. And curry is very popular. Most Japanese eat it at least once or twice a week, lots of time for lunch. So it's very easy to prepare. So I love to prepare it and then eat it for like 4 days straight. So first, you need to cut up potatoes. This is one whole potato, and I'm cooking for one person, and it usually serves me for 3 meals. So if you're cooking for more people, maybe 2 potatoes will do. But for me, one. One large carrot, chopped, and some onions. The great thing about this brand and this particular flavor, it has spices in there already. So it has onion flavor. So you don't really need that many onions. And what you'll also need is a pot. Yes, you cook this in a pot, a deep pot to hold everything in there. So let me start by turning on the fire and getting some oil in. I've turned my stone on to the highest setting. I'm just going to add oil. I use olive oil, but if you use regular oil, that's fine. But I just use olive oil. I don't know. I don't have a reason. But you put enough oil so it's on the bottom of the pan like this. You don't want too much oil, but you just need enough to fry the meat. Now, as for the meat, let me get that out of the refrigerator. So for meat, this is what I use. It's shredded beef. Yes, this is beef, not pork. No one say anything to me. I like using this, but you can also use chicken breast, sliced chicken breast, but this tastes so good to me. The oils, when you mix that, it's so nice. And this is what you normally, the thinly sliced beef, and this is what you normally get on top of rice bowls with beef. So it's delicious. So this is what I use. So now I'm going to put this in the pot, but I need my hand. So 1 second. So it was such a good thing I turned off the camera, because as soon as I put in this meat, it started popping on me. But anyway, so here's the onions in with the oil and the beef. And you kind of want to cook this a little. Cook this down a little, especially the meat. And this is the point where you also add the vegetables. So you just throw everything in. And you just mix it around. Keep it mixing, because if you don't mix it, it will stick to the pan and burn. So just keep mixing this around until the potatoes get a little soft, and the carrots also, and the meat gets slightly cooked. So just keep mixing this around for about 5 minutes maybe, and then we'll go to the second step. So la-di-dee. Oh, by the way, as you can see, I didn't add that much meat, just a few pieces. Because the main thing of curry is the vegetables and the potatoes, and later I'll add string beans, but I don't usually add it so early. So just a little meat to give it flavor and, you know, for protein. But most of it can just be vegetables. You can also do just vegetable curry, but I always like a little meat flavor in, so that's why I add it. But like I said, you can use beef, pork, which I'm not going to use, but if you want to, sure. And you can use chicken. Now for chicken, it takes a little bit longer to cook than this thinly sliced. Oh, look, it's burning. Look, it's burning. So that's why you have to keep moving it around. But it's fine. That can clean off properly. But as I was saying, yeah, you can cook with chicken and beef. It takes a little longer with chicken because the meat slices are thicker. But, you know, just cook it down and make sure you don't kill yourself with salmonella. Make sure it's cooked, basically. So let me just keep moving this around so my pot doesn't burn. Oh, look at it burning. Ah! This is a cheap pot. It's a cheap pot, that's why. So let me keep mixing this around, and then I'll get back to showing you when to add water and how much to add. So I think you can see the meat has gone from pink to dark brown and a little white. That's the fat. Look how much oil. I think I added too much oil. Never add too much oil. This is also the point where I add salt. Focus. Add some salt. Now, I don't measure salt. I just sprinkle it along. There we go. Don't add too much salt, however. I am always guilty of adding too much salt. because I absolutely love salt. I really do, but don't add too much salt. So as you can see, the potatoes, they've kind of changed color because they're softer now. My pot bottom is completely burnt. Now you take, for me, I have 1 cup of water in this, but you probably won't need that much. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, so 1 cup is enough. Just to cover the, actually it's not enough. So that was 1 cup. But what I want is the water to completely cover the meat and the vegetables. So I'm going to add some more, probably half a cup. Let's see if that works. Okay, so I guess you need 2 cups. Sorry, I'm being professional with this video, but usually I just add water until it covers. So you need about 2 cups. That should be fine. And you mix it around a little to make sure you get the vegetables that were on the bottom. Scrape them off the bottom. And this is where you just cover your pot for about 4 to 5 minutes, just until it boils up a little bit more. And then you're going to turn it down and add the cubes. So I'll wait and then come back to that part. Alright, so we're boiling. Look at that. Everything's boiling up. The potatoes are coming along nice, the carrots. So this is where you turn down your stove to one of the lower flames. And this is where you add the cubes. Now, like I said, the curry cubes for this one, they all just look like 4 big squares. And then you break them, I break them up. So I usually use only 2 squares because I'm cooking for myself and it's not that much food. If you're cooking for more, I suggest 3 squares. But back home, I used the whole pack and overdid it a bit. So you only need 2 or 3 cubes. So you just add them in. Bloop. Add in the other one. Bloop. And they melt in the water and give it this nice thick curry texture, which is really great. But I don't like too thick. So that's why I only put 2 cubes or 3. So I hope you can see, but the texture has changed. You see how the color has changed more to brown. So like I said, unlike Indian curry, it's more like stew color. And if you had added more cubes, it wouldn't be as watery as this. But I find I like it this way. Other Jamaicans like it this way. They don't like it the thick curry way, which is when you add more cubes. So now it's time for the final touch, which is to add green beans. These are the frozen variety. Just pop those in there. And I don't know, adding the green beans really gives it this wonderful, delicious taste. the finishing touch. So now I'll just leave this for 5 more minutes and it should be ready. Again, it's on the lowest flame. Well, second lowest flame. But it's a really nice, convenient meal. Like I said, once this can, well, I'm tiny and I don't eat that much, but this can serve me for 3 meals. So you cook it for dinner one night, have it for lunch the next day, and dinner again the next night or the day after. And it's great. And you just have this with rice and you're good to go. So this is a staple here in Japan and it's everyone's favorite. And I hope you can successfully recreate this and make this back home. If you have any questions, please feel free to email, Skype, or WhatsApp me. And for anyone else who's not a family member watching this and you just wanted a recipe, I hope it helps and I hope you enjoy my version of this. So I'll just close the pot for a little bit longer just so I let it cook down some more, and then I'll show you the finished product. So that's it, it's finished. To test if it's finished, you check if the potatoes are done, and once the potatoes are done, then you're good to go. Here is the finished product. So as I said, the Japanese version, if you put more cubes, this would be thicker. This is more watery, it's not thick. And I like it this way. And you just have it with rice and eat with a spoon, with a fork, whatever you want. And that's it. Delicious! Oshi! Oshi! So like I said, I hope you enjoy this recipe. Enjoy the delicious Japanese curry I sent for you. Until next time, bye!